and Android.
Now at 6, remembering those who served. Mount Hope Cemetery in Webb City serves as just one site honoring our nation's fallen. Plus, residents in Carthage turn out to honor a Medal of Honor recipient with the Murph Challenge. And some communities in Missouri began the process of cleaning up after storms and tornadoes tear through this weekend.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
President Biden delivers remarks at Arlington National Cemetery today. Plus, 4-staters gather at area cemeteries to remember lives lost as America honors military men and women who gave their lives in service to the country. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. Now, one of the Joplin area's most historic cemeteries, Mount Hope Cemetery, played host to a special Memorial Day ceremony this morning. The Webb City ROTC Color Guard presented flags at the Mount Hope Wall of Veterans in Webb City. Now, Mount Hope General Manager Travis Boyd welcomed everyone to the event, saying it was their first service since COVID. Boyd expressed a special thanks to Charlie Tutu Outdoors for getting the event going again.
I want them to experience just the remembrance of what this day is about. You know, it's a nice long weekend, but this day is bigger than the weekend. It's about our country, about our soldiers that died for us, and just take that with them when they go celebrate that they remember that. That's why we're doing this.
The event also featured guest speaker, retired Colonel Mark Costello. Midwestern Built Carthage joined other gyms around the country to commemorate Memorial Day with a tradition. KOAM's Fernanda Silva tells us what the annual Murph Challenge workout is all about.
Has anyone not done motivation?
Actually kind of nervous about it, but I'm excited. So my thought is if I can just get through it all today, if I can even do that, I'll be happy with that.
Happiness comes because the challenge is a big one. The event includes running 2 miles, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats. The intense workout has a name, Murph Challenge. It honors Navy SEAL Lieutenant Michael Murphy, who died in Afghanistan in 2005 and was awarded the Medal of Honor.
We are suffering through this workout to try to put ourselves through some sort of pain to kind of give memory to what they went through.
The sweat and exhaustion were clear in the faces of more than 60 people who joined the event in Carthage.
How challenging is the workout?
Very challenging. It's about 40 minutes to an hour and 20, depending on how long you do it, how you do it.
For Bert, an opportunity to work out, honor veterans, and meet friends.
I just wanted to see all the gym come together at one time. We usually work out in classes, so I don't get to see everybody at once, so I thought that sounded fun. Plus, Murph is kind of a famous workout that I always hear about.
In Carthage, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
The money raised during the event will be donated to Allison Brown, a gym member battling cancer for 2 years. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at weather.
Well, it looks pretty good outside for us right now. Fantastic Memorial Day, and if you have plans outside this evening, it looks pretty good. Most of us went into lower 80s for highs. We're dropping back slowly. Cassville 78, Bella Vista sitting at 80, 81 in Welch. We have 81 in Chanute. Nevada is sitting at 79 degrees, but pretty much clear skies. Not a whole bunch going on here. Few little thunderstorms over towards St. Louis, but besides that, the entire Central Plains are looking pretty good. We slide back through the 80s, 70s, 60s as we go through the evening hours for us tonight. And then we're going to start to see some changes as we go through the next couple days. Decently calm the next couple days, but more thunderstorms are going to be in the forecast. So we're going to be looking at that here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, severe weather slams the 4 states ahead of the holiday. One Missouri neighborhood is now picking up the pieces after a tornado. Laura Parcheski has the details.
Lisa Arndt says she and her family were having a laid-back evening Sunday at home when powerful storms tore through the Melville area.
All of a sudden, my husband screamed, "Run!" and we grabbed the dog and ran down to the basement. But before that, I saw the water swirling around and hitting our window, and all the leaves and tree branches and just kind of swirling around our house.
This tree was snapped in half and tossed onto the road near Morningdale Place and Valleyside Lane.
A lot of trees in this neighborhood. It's a beautiful place, but yeah, it's a mess right now.
And the mess only gets worse as you drive down Morningdale. These two neighbors had some of the worst damage. A garage destroyed on one side, and the entire left corner of the home next door was brought down to the ground, tearing up their backyard and bringing down the power lines. Katie Piles lives across the street.
And then we heard a woof against the house, and then all the doors opened because of the air pressure inside. Then we ran to the basement.
After it passed and the rain was still coming down, everyone came out to check on their neighbors.
And everyone's okay, healthy. The fire department came, checked, and made sure everyone was okay.
And the damage didn't stop there. Even further down the street, shingles were peeled off roofs, car windows were broken, more trees came down, and random things were picked up and thrown into people's yards.
I've now inherited a kayak, so whoever is missing an orange kayak, they can come get that.
Arndt says it's a miracle no one was seriously hurt.
We were singing Send Me an Angel by the 80s band Real Life, I think it was, yeah. And I truly believe that we had an angel wrap their wings around our home.
Well, the weekend storms also brought its fair share of hail and tornado damage to southern Missouri. Mountain View authorities confirmed multiple injuries as well as downed trees and power lines. Later in sports, some big league action on the diamond today. John Dales has the latest from the Cardinals and Royals coming up in sports. But first, a Missouri couple talks about a love that truly runs deep. That's coming up next. A Missouri couple tests the limits of true love when one of them needs a kidney transplant. As Annie Krall tells us, while the course of true love never did run smooth, this is indeed a true love story.
In sickness and in health, that's the vow Rob and Nikki Gallagher made in 1999.
Every family, every person has struggles, but this was probably most certainly the hardest time of our life.
About a year ago, Rob's kidneys started to fail.
I weighed 270 pounds. I had almost 100 pounds of water weight on me, and I couldn't breathe.
Couldn't breathe, couldn't sleep, nothing.
And yeah, it was miserable.
The couple drove about 3 hours from Mahomet in central Illinois to Barnes Jewish Hospital to get Rob a transplant.
Just had a gut feeling at the time. I just didn't even have a second thought. I want to be tested first.
And on March 14th, 2024, Nikki became a donor to the boy she met in high school in Fisher, Illinois. The volleyball star falling for a football senior on their first date in October 1992.
Dairy Queen was our first stop.
Which was probably a little nerve-wracking because my stepdad was this football coach.
Yes.
So there's that.
So I really had to behave.
Now with 3 kids, all athletes, they're helping Coach Gallagher on his road to recovery. Doctors at Barnes Jewish Hospital tell me they have the 16th largest kidney transplant program in the country. Last year alone, performing 330 kidney transplants.
It's more common for a parent to match their child because you're sharing the blood type. The child is 50% of each parent. With a spouse, you don't know what you're marrying, right? I mean, when you go on a date, you never really ask what your blood type is. Maybe we should, but we don't.
Dr. Henry Randall, director of the Transplant Center at SSM Health St. Louis University Hospital, said spousal transplants aren't that rare.
We don't have to worry about relations with the majority of transplants because we have powerful immunosuppressant drugs that make up for those genetic differences.
Rob said Nikki gave him her heart 32 years ago. Now she's given him her kidney.
I tell people that all the time. I'm blessed to have her as my wife. She's my best friend. She's my hero, and she saved my life.
In general, the average wait time around the country for an organ transplant can be from 3 to 5 years. A little later, kids in Pittsburgh beat the heat at the Schlanger Park Splash Pad.
Plus, after a nice day for us today, we do have some rain chances in the forecast. We'll look at that coming up. Well, of course, pretty good Memorial Day for us today. We get to dry out a bit. We didn't have to worry about any severe weather. We've had severe weather somewhere in the viewing area for the past 4 days, which is kind of crazy. All right, rainfall. We did pretty good. Most of us across the region, 5.4 inches is where we stand for the month. For the year, we are at 17, should be close to 18. So we're still behind, but we don't have to worry about drought conditions right now. Everybody is out of the 2-year drought that we were in. Nice shot, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, Tarracam. You can see a little breezy out there. We're looking north through east through downtown. Let's go ahead and zoom in. It's 80 in Carthage, 81 in Anderson. A little warmer, Veneta at 84. Neodesha is sitting at 83 degrees. Outside here, 7th and Rangeline, sitting at 81. Northwesterly winds, light. Visibility is good. Through the evening, slide back through the 80s, 70s, 60s. Near 60 for you later on tonight. But nothing going on. We have clear skies, nice and quiet tonight. A couple little thunderstorms over towards St. Louis, but really the entire Central Plains look pretty good. We have this weak little kink in our upper level flow south of Salt Lake City. That's a wave that is going to head toward us tomorrow and then into Wednesday, giving us a few random showers. Tonight's going to be fine. Some clouds start to pick up by morning. You can see a couple light little showers. On and off, scattered showers through the daytime hours tomorrow. Again, very light. Once you get down into Oklahoma, you may get a rumble or two of thunder, but very light, very scattered. Push out of here by Tuesday evening. Tomorrow night, pretty much on the quiet side, and then on Wednesday, we have another batch of rain that mainly slides to our south, but we may get a random shower up in here, but I think most of us are pretty dry. On Wednesday, you can see a few spotty showers. Overall, decently quiet the next couple days. Wider view, you can see all the bigger thunderstorms the next couple days. They're going to track down to our south, southern Oklahoma, into parts of Texas. So we don't have to deal with any severe weather, which is great. 62 in the morning, 74 by noon. High temp, 78. You can see those random showers. Let's go into Thursday. We start to see some changes, especially late Thursday. Bands of showers and thunderstorms in here on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have a chance for more thunderstorms across the region, scattered into Sunday morning and then popping back up again Sunday afternoon. And then even on Monday, we have showers and thunderstorms across the region. So it will be active. So if you look down the road, stronger storms Friday through Sunday. We are going to have a low severe threat with those, so we need to keep our eyes on that. Higher severe threat kind of late Sunday into Monday. And then as we get into next week, another severe threat on the 8th through the 10th with a system. And then at that point in time, severe weather season, traditional season ends. Then we switch into MCS season, which is really just kind of big complexes of thunderstorms, mainly during the overnight hours that we see in the months of June and July. 78 for you tomorrow, 80 on Wednesday, 80 on Thursday. Thunderstorm chances Friday through Monday, but temperatures through the period are looking pretty good.
Yeah, if we can keep them in the 70s and 80s and not get up to the 90s this summer, I would not complain, Doug.
Yep, not yet.
Nope, not yet. All right, thanks, Doug. Well, if you're ever on the go and want to still be able to watch our newscast live, just download the KOAM Plus app. It's available free of charge on the Apple App Store of your choice. Just search for KOAM Plus. Still ahead, the Cardinals and Royals are both in action on Memorial Day afternoon. John Dills has the highlights from both of their games and more up next.
A year ago on Memorial Day, the Royals had a record of 17-38, 21 games below 500. And on Memorial Day 2024, Kansas City enters the day with a record of 34-20. If the regular season were to end today, they would be in the playoffs with a wild card spot. Royals at Twins on Memorial Day. Joe Ryan on the mound for Minnesota. He causes KC some trouble early. In the third, he strikes out MJ Melendez on a foul tip. Next batter, Dairon Blanco, he goes down swinging. Then one batter later, Michael Garcia goes down swinging as well. Then he's going to get thrown out over at first after the drop third. Ryan gives up 1 run in 7 innings with 9 strikeouts. In the 5th, Twins up 2-0. This adds to it. A deep blast off Alec Marsh, gone for a 3-run home run. Twins lead 5-0. Now to the 9th, 2 outs. Royals down 6-3, bases loaded. Garcia at the plate again, hits a grounder. Looks like it'll end it, but the throw to first offline, and 2 runs will score. The Royals, just like that, only down by 1. It's 6-5. Next batter at the plate, Bobby Witt Jr. Chance to tie it, but he grounds over to first, and this one will end the game. Royals make it interesting in the 9th, but the Twins hang on to win it 6-5. Over in the National League, the Cardinals come into today on a hot streak. Winners of 5 in a row, and if the Redbirds can get a 6th consecutive victory, that brings their record back up to 500 for the first time since April 16th. Unfortunately, though, Cardinals didn't get back to 500. They fall to the Reds on the road 3-1. Paul Goldschmidt hits a solo home run in the top of the first. That proves to be the only run on the day for the Redbirds. These two play again tomorrow. Well, the NBA playoffs continue along tonight. Neither the Eastern nor Western Conference Finals have been overly competitive thus far. Last night, the Mavs opened up a 3-0 lead on the Timberwolves. The Celtics have a chance to sweep the Pacers tonight. Game 4 in Indianapolis tips off in just about a half hour. Even though they're down 3-0 in the series, the Pacers have held fourth quarter leads late in both games 1 and 3 before Boston comes back to win both of them. Celtics are 7.5-point favorites tonight. A win would send them to the NBA Finals. In other NBA news, Basketball Hall of Famer Bill Walton dies today at the age of 71, the NBA announces in a press release. This comes after he dealt with a lengthy battle against cancer. Walton was a 2-time NBA champ and league MVP back in 1978. After his playing career, Walton also very well known for his time as a member of the media. He had a 30-year career as a color commentator for college basketball on CBS, NBC, most recently on ESPN. As a broadcaster, Walton was renowned for his unique on-air style, and in a press release earlier today, Adam Silver described him as truly one of a kind. A lot of the people in this generation, my generation, know him as that guy who just had fun on the air calling college basketball games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's known for a lot of things and will definitely be missed.
Of course,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, John. That's it for sports. We're back after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll take a look at Memorial Day observances from around the country. Plus, a group of veterans finds healing through dance. And we'll take a look at what's new in home entertainment. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Memorial Day marks the unofficial start of summer, and what better way to kick off the season than with a trip to the pool or the splash pad. The Schlanger Park Splash Pad in Pittsburgh brought out kids today for fun-filled ways to beat the heat. And for some of those kids, it was the perfect way to spend the day. Ah, yes. It opens at 11 every day. It's perfect.
Not for us. We're here.
Well, you could go before you come in.
True.
It opens at 11.
Set up a sprinkler outside. And
yeah, the pool doesn't open till 1, so it's like you got to wait.
Very true. All right, weather-wise for us tonight, we'll drop back near 60. 78 tomorrow, 80 on Wednesday. A few scattered little showers. Not a big deal. Nothing strong, nothing severe. So we get a break for several days.
Final sports note.
The Division I college baseball tournament field released today. Arkansas finds out it's a 1 seed and will be hosting a regional in Fayetteville.
Exciting news. All right, well, thanks for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.